Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the bAmplified podcast. I'm Amy Patee, the show host. I am so glad to have you tuning in today. And I just want to give you a little heads up that the audio on this episode could be a little interesting because I am recording it while out on a walk. I am dog sitting this cute little Westie. It's actually a puppy. And we are out on a stroll. And I have been experimenting with recording podcasts in a lot of different ways. So if you've been listening to this show since the beginning, you've probably noticed the audio quality shifting and changing a little bit. I have tried a few different microphones, and I've also experimented with recording in different settings, different locations. And I just want to give you permission, those of you listening in, if there is something that you have been longing to start and you haven't started yet because you're intimidated by the technology, or maybe you don't think that you can do it perfectly enough yet, this is your permission to just go give it a try. Make it happen, test it out, experiment. You don't have to do it perfectly. And while I know I personally love having a high quality finished look to things when I put them out there, I love that. I also understand that perfectionism can really slow you down. It can get in the way of getting the word out, getting your offers out, getting your products out, just getting out there into the world. If you are in business for yourself, it's really important to be able to sometimes step out before you feel ready and to allow yourself to do it imperfectly, that it's actually perfectly fine to be messy, to be imperfect. So, anyway, I just wanted to give you that little backstory on the episode today. So, if you do hear, for instance, sirens going off as they are right now in the distance, you'll know why. I am outside walking, and you might even hear me be a little breathless at times as I'm walking this little dog. So, in today's message, I want to give you a little transmission in a way. This is a transmission of receptivity, a transmission of being able to open yourself up to receive. Because as an entrepreneur, I know how easy it is to get into full on go, go, go mode, to be doing all of the time, to be hustling, to be forcing, to be initiating things that maybe aren't really your job to initiate. And in some ways, it just comes with the territory of being an entrepreneur. And it definitely is how many of us have been trained in the Western world. We've been trained to be excessively productive, to be on all the time, to be doing more and more and more all of the time. And sometimes it feels really good to be on. I've spoken about this in the past in different episodes, but sometimes our energy is saying no. Our energy is saying slow down. Our energy is saying, hey, we're about to crash and burn. You better take a break. And because of how we've all been trained, because of the system or the systems, I should say, that we live and work in, it can be hard sometimes to listen to that message. So today I was just getting this really strong hit that we need to turn up the volume on receptivity. We need to really begin to understand the art of receiving, and that no matter what your energy type is in human design, receiving is essential to get into flow. So let me first just invite you to download your human design chart if you haven't already. I think if you're listening to the show and you have been for a while, you probably have already downloaded your chart, but there is a link in the show notes to download yours for free. And I want you to just look at what your energy type is. And each energy type has a specific way of getting into flow, which means it's how you basically make things happen for yourself in life with the greatest amount of ease, with the least amount of resistance. And when we are in flow, things feel good. and our energy can be sustained. So once you know what your energy type is, like I said, you can employ your strategy and that will get you into flow. And then you can really come into more of a balanced expression of doing and receiving. So let me go over the types really quickly. And then I'm going to give you that little transmission or a little guided experience into receptivity. So, if you are a manifester energy type, you are known as the initiator, right? You get things started. But even for you, you need to first be in a receptive state to yourself. You need to be tuned in and connected to yourself so that you can receive your own inner impulses, your own creative urges that are arising from within, so that you can then take action and begin to initiate something new on the planet based on those inner urges. But first, like I said, you need to be receptive. You need to be receptive to yourself. You need to be open to allowing those creative urges to come through and to listen to them, to receive them, so that you can then take action on the correct ones based on your authority, based on the ones that you feel compelled to act on. If you are a generator or a manifesting generator, being receptive is so, so key because your strategy is to wait to respond. You have an aura that is magnetizing life to you all of the time. Your aura is big, it's enveloping, it's warm, and it is constantly drawing things into you for you to respond to. So you need to be receptive, be open to receiving, be open to allowing your aura to do its job to bring things to you. And then all you need to do is lean back, look around, and decide, this excites me. This doesn't excite me. And then go with the things that excite you. And that's for both generators and manifesting generators. Now, I know all of this can sound really simple, but it is that simple. It's that simple. Okay, so if you are a projector energy type, your strategy, the way you get into flow in life, the way that you can find a sense of balance between doing and receiving is by waiting for the invitation. Mhm. So you need to lean back as well, come into a receptive state, and allow other people to see you, to recognize you for the mastery that you hold, and to invite you to share your insights with them. Now, lastly, if you are a reflector, you have a sampling aura. Your aura is reflective, and you are meant to wait a lunar cycle. To get into flow, you need to relax, become open, receptive, and allow yourself to move through an entire lunar cycle where you will download and receive all kinds of insights. And throughout that cycle, you will come to understand things with more clarity and you will be able to make an informed choice at the end of the cycle in terms of which direction to go, which person to connect with, which opportunity to say yes to. And that will move you into life in a way that flows in balance, where there's a balance of doing and there's a balance of not doing. And that's where we want to get back to this place of balance because the world is out of balance. We are overdoing and under receiving. At least many of us are. And many of the entrepreneurs that I work with who are natural givers, right? They are doing a lot. And sometimes the receiving is a little blocked. So your energy type is going to require you, if you want to get into alignment with your human design energy type, if you want to get into flow where life begins to unfold for you effortlessly, you need to take a pause. You need to slow down. You need to relax. You need to open yourself up and begin to allow yourself to receive. So I hope you're following me on all of this. Since I am out on a stroll, I could be rambling a little bit, but I want to invite you now into some receptivity, just as like a little reset point for your day. So if you are someplace where you can actually close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. But even if you can't close your eyes, that's perfectly fine if you're out on a walk or even if you're working on your computer. See if you can invite some of these adjustments into your body because we want to start with the body when we are inviting a state of receptivity in. So, first, the breath, right? Take a nice deep breath in and out. And receive that inhalation as you breathe in. Just receive the energy from the breath. Take it in. And as you breathe out, invite your body to become soft. And that could include your posture, your muscles, and even the skin on your body. Invite it to become soft. Imagine the pores on your skin opening to receive, to take in prana or energy from the environment. And then notice your belly. And as you tune into your belly, you can even just connect to your guts and take a breath into the belly and then let your belly relax. Your digestive system is, in a way, a huge receptor within your body. And it's constantly receiving food and energy. So let yourself soften through your gut and receive. And then just notice the hands and the feet, the end points of the body, and allow them to soften as well. And then the last places within your physical structure to soften and relax are the crown of your head and the tip of your tailbone. And then notice your breath again and just breathe in fully and breathe out completely. And if you'd like, say to yourself, I am open to receiving. And maybe there's something specific that you want to receive right now. Feel free to name that as well. In a world that is constantly pushing us to do more, to go faster, to produce constantly, to accumulate more and more, it is so important to take time to slow down, breathe, and receive. And at a very fundamental level, we need to find this balance within ourselves for us to be able to operate energetically correctly in alignment with our human design type. We need to slow down. We need to give ourselves time to receive. And if you're feeling uninspired or unmotivated, if you're feeling like there's more lack than abundance going on right now for you in your life or your business, understand that while it may seem counterintuitive, the one thing that you need to do is likely receive. The ideas will come, the inspiration will come, the clients will come, the money will come, the energy will come, the restoration will come. It's okay to give yourself a break. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to go against the norm, which is constant doing. All right, my friend, I hope that this little episode on receiving was helpful for you. And I hope the sound came through okay, even though I am out on a stroll. Remember, you have permission to try things out, to experiment, and to not do things perfectly. And that receiving might very well be the gateway to the success that you're seeking. And as a little plug here, a little reminder, I have my upcoming human design and business immersion starting in just a couple weeks. So if you are interested in finding your flow, aligning yourself to receive more in your business, learning about your human design at a really in-depth level, and reimagining your business from a deeper place of authenticity and optimized energy, this immersion is for you. So book a call with me. We can chat about it, or you can follow the link in the show notes to learn more about this powerful program. I would love to have you be a part of it. Have a beautiful rest of your day.